Yo, what's up, everybody? DfsDudes here from DfsCheatSheet.com to give you my core plays for GPPs for Tuesday, November the 27th. As always, before we get into it, if you have not done so already, please click that subscribe button below. That way you don't miss any of the content we produce for NFL, NBA, or MLB. A lot of new exciting things happening on the website. We will start this off by saying if you get the video to 25 likes, I will give away a free VIP membership to the website for 1 month, valued at $59.99 per month. All you have to do is subscribe, click the like button, and then drop your name in the comment section below. One of the new tools up on the website is our DVP tool, highlighting the top DVP matchups at each position every single night on the slate. So go ahead and check that out at DfsCheatSheet.com. And also, as always, make sure you sign up, if nothing else, for at least a free account so you can access the news, notes, game previews. We have game previews now on the site as well for NFL and NBA, all the Vegas lines and the starting lineups page as well. You can hop into the game preview and take a look at what's going on each particular slate. Tonight's core, we'll jump right into it. The first spot I'm going to stop is I'm going to load up Darren Collison just because I think it's a really good value play, and I think the guy is really cheap. And look, from a minute standpoint, him and Corey Joseph, they're both about the same price on FanDuel. You've got Darren Collison, 4,900. You've got Corey Joseph, 4,800. You can take your pick in this spot. To me, I'm just kind of punting this away today because I think it's going to be chalky. And look, they're both going to get 26 to 27 minutes. They're on the second half of a back-to-back. You can even throw in this guy, Aaron Holiday, $4,800. He is in the shooting guard position, but he's getting about 21 minutes a game since Oladipo's been out. And then Joseph and Collison getting about 26 minutes per game. Collison's assist numbers are up a little bit without Oladipo on the floor. So we'll load in Oladipo. You can do what you want with Collison or Oladipo. I think it's going to be a chalky spot. If you want to go cash here and be chalky about it, load Collison. If you want to get more GPP, you can load up Corey Joseph. I even think Jeremy Lin is in play. If the game blows out, Jeremy Lin has a tendency to get a significant amount of run here. So you can, just slide over Lin for Collison at the same exact price. Having said that, let's go to the shooting guard spot. And the guy that I really like a lot tonight is Dwayne Wade at $5,500. I just think he's in an elite spot. Look, you take a look at game history. There's 5 games previously that show up for me and Dwayne Wade's game history when I take a look back. And what Dwayne Wade is doing in those 5 games against Atlanta is 36.1 fantasy points, 1.37 fantasy points per minute. If he plays 30 minutes tonight, we're looking at a 36-37 spot for Dwayne Wade if he continues to score at that fantasy point per minute pace. And it's not a small sample size. That's 5 games. So Dwayne Wade's a guy I like a ton. Liked him last night when we did the preview video for the slate on our morning shoot around. So Dwayne Wade will be my second spot. The third spot, it's no secret. I love LeBron James. I've been all over LeBron James all day. 3 previous games against Denver. His 3 previous games against Denver, I should say, 63.6 fantasy points is what he's averaged at 1.64 fantasy points per minute. I'm all over LeBron in this spot. The guy's not a loser. He doesn't like to lose. Say what you want about him in his NBA Finals record, but the guy's a competitor. He can't stand losing. There's definitely been a switch up in his game. He came to the Lakers. He kind of stood around a little bit and looked for other people to get him involved. He's really taken the bull by the horns and played just like he's always had to play, which is be the distributor and really be the spark plug for this offensive team. So all of his numbers are up. His usage is up. His points per game are up. His minutes are up. His rebounds, his assists, all of that are up over his last 5 games. 11-2. I think this is a monster spot for LeBron going against Denver. So that would be my small forward spot. Power forward, look, I think Blake Griffin is going to be extremely chalky in this spot against the Knicks tonight. I really do. The core I'm going to give you, you will have room to add Blake Griffin to it, but the core piece I'm going to add is Siakam. Toronto's played 13 games in the month of November. In 9 of those 13 games, he's gotten you 31 fantasy points or more. So 31 or more. 31's pretty much been his floor in 9 of those 13 games. So the 4 games he didn't get 31, he got 28, 27. He was really close to 31. So 31 is what I'm looking at Siakam's floor at 7,500. I'm going to load him up in my power forward spot. I think he's got a ton of upside here. Ibaka, Valanciunas, those guys could possibly get into a little bit of foul trouble. I like Siakam in the big body in this spot. I think it's a really good spot for him. So Siakam is my power forward. I think it's off the radar. I think people will look to avoid Memphis. I think Blake Griffin's really the chalk. And like I said, you'll have opportunity to pay up for Griffin with this core I'm giving you. The center spot, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go with a guy who I was all over in their last game. I'm going to be all over him again today, and that's Bam. I mean, I like Bam in this spot. I take a look at his game history against Atlanta. I take a look at the opportunity for this to blow out. You take a look at Bam's previous 4 games against Atlanta, 26.3 fantasy points, 0.96 fantasy points per minute, almost a point per minute. You take a look at his game log. As of recent, if we can get this thing to pop open, we'll take a look at his game log over here in our optimizer. For some reason, when I record these videos, man, it just kind of bogs down. But my point being is Bam is very efficient. Whiteside, my rule with Whiteside, I've always said, is I avoid Whiteside when he's on the road. Whiteside, 2 terrible games against Atlanta in his previous 3, both on the road. He had a 40-point game at home against Atlanta. But, Whiteside, I'm looking at Whiteside, and I'm looking at his price tag here of $8,500 and seeing 40 is what his recent game history is against Atlanta in a home game. And I'm not there. So I think that's too much to pay. I take a look at a guy like Bam and his game log. And, for me, I think the guy's too efficient at 4,600. And like I said, it's a blowout spot as well. So I'm on Bam, 4,600. This is really the core that I'm at. We see the 47-point game. We see 32.6. You take a look at minutes. 36 minutes when Whiteside gets in trouble. 26 minutes is kind of where, if Whiteside gets an early foul trouble. But he keeps it at 16, 19. This is really where he's at. And if this game blows out, he could get 22, 23, 24 minutes. And at a point per minute, he's almost approaching a 6x figure at 4,600. So Bam's a guy I like. That leaves you with $6,575 to fill out your core. There's definitely other value there. You can look at a Hernan Gomez as small forward number 2. You can definitely look at a guy like Tyreek Evans without Oladipo. Recent game history shows us with Evans, he averages 41 fantasy points and 1.27 fantasy points per minute against the Suns. So I do like him. Another guy, Trevor Ariza. He's very cheap. 25.2 is what he's averaged against the Pacers over the last 2 years. 0.83 fantasy points per minute. So I do like him as well. Rodney Magruder, if you want to pair him with Dwayne Wade, if you want to go up to a Josh Richardson as your small forward number 2, you can do that as well. And like I said, there's plenty of room to go get Blake Griffin here as well. So here's my core for the day. Collison, Wade, LeBron, Siakam, and Bam. I hope you guys have a good one. Let's keep it cashing. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace out.